Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yes. In yesterday's class, I was taken up to the electrochemistry and chemical kinetics. After that, I think I was started that surface chemistry also. In the surface chemistry, we learned some SAQs. Which are those SAQs? Physical, chemical adsorption, emulsions, and micelle cleaning action of soap. So these are the essay questions, catalysis and its types. After that, some VSAQs are there in the surface chemistry, which are those VSAQs. VSAQs revise कर रहे हैं हम लोग. In this surface chemistry, the first VSAQ is, you have to remember which is the dispersion phase and which dispersion media in the colloidal solutions. For example, what is the milk, what is the dispersion phase and dispersion media in this? In the milk dispersion phase is oil particles, oil droplets, and dispersion media is water. So this is the one question. What is milk? What is blood? ऐसा पूछ लेता हूँ ये सेक्वेंस में. और एक second question, emulsifier or emulsifying agent. Substance which is used to stabilize the emulsions. For example, I am taking this one, water and kerosene type of the emulsion. So these are unstable. To stabilize this, we are adding the soap solution. Soap solution इसमें add कर दिए तो emulsion stabilize होता. External substance which is used to stabilize the emulsion are called as emulsifying agent or emulsifier. So ये question है. Now next, what are the uses of colloidal solutions? Colloidal solutions are used for the tanning of leathers, and these are used for the medicines, and these are used for the purification of water and air. ये uses लिख लीजिए. Next, what is dialysis? ये और एक VSAQ है, dialysis. What is dialysis? Purification of the colloidal solution with the help of the membrane. Okay, so continuous water flow रहता भाई इसके अंदर. Inside of this bag, colloidal solution which is going to be purified is taken. Okay, that is suspended in a tank in which continuous water flow is present. Two solution particles are escaped with the water, and the colloidal particles are left inside the bag only. As a result of this, colloidal solution is get purified. This is the process. Purification of the colloidal solution with the help of the membrane is called as dialysis process. If electricity is applied to this, that is called as the electrodialysis. After this, what is the Tyndall effect and Brownian moment? First you see this is the Brownian moment. Zigzag effect of the colloidal particles in the solution observed by the scientist Brown. Therefore, it is called as the Brownian moment, and it is the colloidal property of the substances. मतलब colloidal solution, kinetic properties of the colloidal solution. So Brownian moment is the which property? Kinetic moment property, a kinetic property of the colloidal solution. Now this is the one important one. Now next, what is the gold number? Gold number के बारे में. What is the gold number? What is the gold number? See this, to the 10 ml of the gold solution, if you are adding 1 ml of the NaCl, it get precipitated. Precipitated means what? If you are adding electrolyte to this colloidal solution, okay, particularly in the leophobic colloidal solution, okay, the colloidal particles are combined with the electrolytic particles and those are settled down in the bottom. It is called as the coagulation or flocculation. Once again I am repeating this. If you are adding electrolyte to the colloidal solution, colloidal particles are settled down in the solution, that is called as the coagulation or flocculation. In order to prevent this coagulation by the addition of electrolyte, how many milligrams of leophilic should be added? Leophilic. If you are adding the leophilic, this coagulation process is stopped. I think you know this. Okay, by the addition of the leophilic, coagulation of this particle is stopped. Okay, to stop this coagulation, how much amount of the Leophilic should be added. That is called as gold number. I'm repeating this definition. The number of milligrams of leophilic is added to the 10 ml of the gold solution. The number of milligrams of leophilic is added to the 10 ml of gold solution in order to prevent the coagulation. In order to prevent the coagulation by the addition of 1 ml NaCl to it is called as the gold number. So these are the some important BSIQs in the chapter surface chemistry. Then after that, metallurgy. In this metallurgy, what are the important questions? What is the composition of brass and bronze? Okay, ये एक है. What is flux? What is slag? ये और एक क्वेश्चन है. What is gang? Gang, flux, slag. Next, what is the role of the SiO2 in the extraction of copper. Role of the SiO2 in the extraction of copper. Now next, after that, other question, what is the role of cryolite in the extraction of aluminum? Now next question, what is blister copper? What is blister copper? Copper matte. So these are some important questions, important VSAQs in this metallurgy से important VSAQs है. ये बार बार एग्जाम में पूछना, तो एक बार फिर से रिवाइज कर रहा हूँ मैं. ओके, ब्रॉस इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ कॉपर एंड जिंक. क्या करना भाई, ये 60 to 80% याद आ रहा हूँ. 60 to 80% कॉपर है, तो 20 to 40% जिंक रहता. So this is about the copper and zinc. A mixture of the copper and zinc. Copper is about 60 to 80 and zinc is about 20 to 40. This is the mixture is called as brass. And then bronze is also copper alloy. Copper and tin is present, Sn is present. Okay, so how much percentage? 75 to 90% copper is there, and 10 to 25% tin is present in this. So this is the mixture, copper and tin mixture. Copper is about 75 to 90% and tin is about 10 to 25%. This mixture is called as what? Bronze. This is alloy. It is also alloy. So copper is called as coinage metal. Copper को coinage metal बोलते हैं. इनके alloys को coins के preparation में, statues के preparation में use करते हैं, utensils के preparation में use करते हैं. Then what is flux, slag and gangue? Second question, important one. Gangue, the impurities which are present with the ore के साथ में जो भी impurities है, those are called as gangue particles. What is slag? To remove this gangue particles, we are adding some chemicals. Okay, in order to remove the gangue, we are adding some chemicals. So those that is called as what? Flux. Gangue and flux are combined with each other. They are reacted and forms the infusible material that is called as the slag. Okay, gangue and flux particles combines together and forms the fissile material that is called as what? Slag. Next, what is the role of the SiO2 in the extraction of copper? In the extraction of copper, to remove the impurity, FeO impurity, iron oxide को निकाल देने के वास्ते. This is the impurity is associated with what? Associated with the copper pyrite. Copper pyrite के अंदर FeO impurity, Fe2SCu F2 is the copper pyrite is used for the extraction of water, copper metal. So in the extraction of the copper, first froth flotation process is used. Okay, ore is get purified by the froth flotation method. After that is subjected to the what? Roasting process. Okay, after that roasting, This copper pyrite ore, that means generally that is converted to the cupric oxide, and also in that FeO is present as impurity. To remove this FeO impurity, this ore is heated in blast furnace in the presence of SiO2. SiO2 is mixed to the ore and that is heated in the blast furnace. As a result of that, FeSiO3, this is formed. This is called as slag and it is called as the flux, and it is the gang particle which is present with this ore. तो इसके अंदर जो इम्प्यूरिटी FeO है, इसको निकाल देने के वास्ते ब्लास्ट फर्नेस में SiO2 मिला के ओर को हीट कर लेते हैं. एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट, okay, slag is formed. This is about the role of the SiO2. Now next, role of the cryolite in the extraction of aluminum. Aluminum के extraction के अंदर, okay, in the hydrometallurgy of the aluminum, यहाँ पे cryolite को use करते हैं. Cryolite increases the conductivity of the solution and that decreases the melting point of the ore. जो भी metallic ore है उसके melting point को decrease करता और conductivity of the solution improve करता. So cryolite is used to the electrolytic solution to increase the conductivity of the solution and also that decreases the melting point of the metal. So this is about the role of the cryolite in the extraction of aluminum. Next, about the what is the blister copper. Okay, 98% pure copper. Okay, 98% pure copper है भाई, ये copper है 98% pure copper. molten state में था, उसको मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ मालूम है, कूल कर रहा हूँ मैं, इसको ठंडा कर रहा हूँ. ठंडा कर रहे हैं तो इसमें जो impurity SO2 गैस है, ऐसा निकलते bubbles that left the bubbles on the surface. So these bubbles are look like the blisters. That is the copper, 98% pure copper with the blisters of the gases, bubbles of the gases on its surface is called as the blister copper. And copper matte, after the basimarization, Cu2s और FeS का mixture जो form होता है उसको बोलते हैं copper matte बोल के बुलाते हैं. So this is about the important questions in this metallurgy के important questions है ये. VSA क्यों पढ़ा रहा हूँ मैं. So now then after that, P block elements. In the P block elements, which are the important VSAQs are there. In the P block elements, one by one I am explaining you in the VSAQs which are there in the 5th A group. In the 5th A group or 15th group elements, you know that which are those elements: nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. These are the 5th group elements. So the first question is, why N2 is inert and phosphorus is reactive? What is the reason? You have to explain, you have to give the reason. Between the nitrogen and nitrogen, triple bond is present, its bond energy is more, therefore it is inert. While in the P4, you see this is the shape of the P4, only single covalent bonds are present, therefore P4 is what? Reactive. P4 is reactive and N2 is what? Inert one. Inert means less reactive. That is stable one which is present in our atmosphere about 78%. So this is about the first question, why N2 is inert, why N2 is inert and P4 is reactive. What is the reason? In the P4, single covalent bonds are present, and in the N2 between the nitrogen triple bond is present. So this is the one question, important one. Now then in the 5th group, other question, NH3 is the stable one and it is having more boiling point than the remaining. What is the reason? In the NH3, hydrogen bondings are present. Hydrogen bonding is present. This is another question. Now next, why NH3 is the good complexing agent? Why NH3 is good complexing agent? You know that NH3 contains the lone pair of electron and it readily donates its lone pair of electron to the metals. As a result, it forms the complexes. So readily donates the lone pair of electron due to its small atomic size. नाइट्रोजन का साइज कम रहने से इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर करीब में रहते हैं तो जल्दी डोनेट होते हैं इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर्स. So due to the small size of the nitrogen, NH3 readily donates its lone pair of electron to the metals, therefore NH3 is the good complexing agent. This is another important question. Now next, what happened when CsC2 and Ca3P2 powder is spread over water at the C ports? C ports के पास CsC2 और Ca3P2 इनके पाउडर को C पोर्ट के पास वाटर पे स्प्रेड कर दिए तो क्या होता? Okay, that serves as the signal called as the home signal. C port यहाँ है वहाँ है बोल के मालूम होने के वास्ते क्या करते? A powder, a mixture of the CaC2 and Ca3P2. These two are spread over the water. Okay, from the CaC2, hydrolysis of this CaC2 when combines with the water that liberates the C2H2 gas. Ca3P2 when combines with the water that liberates the Vg gas. This is the PH3 gas that liberates the PH3 gas, phosphine gas. Okay, these acetylene and phosphine gases are reactable, combustible, and this catches the fire. So this serves as the signal that is called as home signal. Again I am repeating, when the powder, when a mixture of CaC2 and Ca3P2 is spread over the water at C port, CaC2 liberates the acetylene gas, Ca3P2 reacts with water and liberates the diphosphine gas. These are inflammable, this catches the fire and serves as the signal called as the home signal. This is about the another important question in this fifth group elements. I think this much is enough with the, तो ये क्वेश्चंस रिपीट हो रहे हैं, वो जो क्वेश्चंस रिपीट हो रहे हैं वो मैं इसको समझाया मैं. नेक्स्ट इन द सिक्स्थ ग्रुप which are the VSAQs are important. In this VSAQs, first one, what is tailing of mercury? Hg. Okay, you know that mercury is the white colored shiny liquid, silver colored shiny liquid, does not sticks on the glass tubes and anywhere. कहीं भी नहीं चिपकता भाई mercury. When ozone is passed through this, I am taking the ozone in this, and when Hg is passed through this, what happened? ओजोन को mercury से पास कर लिए तो it sticks on the glass tubes, glass tube पे चिपक जाती. इसको क्या बोल के बुलाते हैं? Tailing of mercury. During this course of the reaction, mercury is reacts with the ozone, that is converted to the Hg2O, and O2 is liberated. Mercury is converted to the mercurous oxide. Okay, mercury loses its properties when ozone is passed through it. That sticks on the glass tube is known as the tailing of mercury. फिर इसको रीजनरेट करने, फिर उसको फिर से इसको सही करने के वास्ते when it is mixed with the water, when it is shaken with the water, it again reappears. It मतलब फिर it again takes its properties, फिर अपने properties वापस आ जाते हैं इसको. So this is about the tailing of mercury. Now then, after the tailing of mercury, another important question in this is H2O. H2O is what? Liquid. H2O is liquid and stable one, while H2S is gas and having less boiling point. What is the reason? This is another question. H2O is liquid and H2S is discrete gas. What is the reason? You know that H2O is liquid with high boiling point value because in the H2O hydrogen bonds are present. Hydrogen bonding is the reason. H2O is a liquid and stable one. It is having high boiling point because due to the presence of the hydrogen bondings, while in H2S, because due to the more size of the sulfur, its negativity is less, it is unable to form the hydrogen bonds. Therefore, in the H2S, hydrogen bonds are not formed and it is exists as the gas. Okay, this is about the explanation to this question. That is, H2O is stable and liquid and having more boiling point value, and H2S is gas and it is having less boiling point. The reason for that is what? H2O, in the H2O hydrogen bondings are present, while in the H2S hydrogen bonds are not present. So this is about the this question. On next, about the hybridization of the sulfur in the SO2, in SO3, in SF6, SCl4, like that. Okay, इनके हाइब्रिडेशंस पूछ लेता हूँ. both in the SO2 and the SO3 hybridization of the sulfur is the sp2 hybridization. In this SF6 hybridization is sp3d2. In this sp3d is the hybridization. This is about the hybridization of the sulfur in the compounds SO2, SO3, SF6, HCl4 like that. Okay. These are the important questions in the group 6 group के जो important question repeatedly पूछ रहा जो questions वो मैं यहाँ समझाया मैं. Next 7th A group elements के questions कौन से हैं? In the 7th A group elements, which are the important VSAQs? In this, what is the reaction of chlorine and fluorine with the water? Okay, reaction of the chlorine and fluorine with what? With H2O. This is the question. Reaction of Cl2 and F2 with water. So you know this F2 reacts with the water. First I am taking the F2. F2 reacts with the water vigorously. 2F2 plus 2H2O. As a result of that, HF plus 4HF plus O2 is released. Vigorously reaction हो रहा. 3F2 plus 3H2O. As a result of that, 6HF plus O3. A mixture of O2 plus O3 is liberated when fluorine is treated with water. Water से fluorine को मिलाए तो O2 plus O3 का mixture आता. It is called as ozonized oxygen. This is the reaction of the fluorine and fluorine with water. Next, chlorine dissolves in water. Chlorine water में dissolve होके a mixture of HCl and HOCl is released. This is dissociated again. HCl plus nascent oxygen is released, and therefore chlorine water is used to kill the insects, and also it is used as the oxidizing agent and bleaching agent. This is about the reaction of the fluorine and chlorine with the water. In this group, another question, what is that question? HF is having more boiling point and liquid, and HCl ये देखिए HF है, HF की बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ज्यादा रहती. सेम रीजन बनाना है. HF में कौन सी बॉन्डिंग रहती? Which is the thing responsible for the high boiling points and stability? Hydrogen bond is the responsible. That means HF is having more boiling point due to what? Hydrogen bonding. While in the HCl, hydrogen bonding is not present. This is another question. Next, another one. What is the reaction of the Cl2 on this slaked lime? What happened when the Cl2 is treated with the lime? Lime से मिला दिए तो क्या form होता? That gives the CaOCl2. That gives the bleaching powder. When chlorine is treated with the slaked lime and chlorine is passed through the slaked lime, that forms the bleaching powder. Formula is CaOCl2. So these are the some important questions in this 7th group elements. Now next in the 18th group, 0 group or 18th group, which are the important questions? VSAQs. 18th group से कौन से VSAQs आ रहे हैं एग्जाम में? So what is the use of the helium और ये ऑक्सीजन के मिक्सचर को कहाँ यूज करते हैं बोल के बोल रहा बेटा. Modern C diverts uses a mixture of helium and oxygen for the respiration because helium is less soluble in the blood. Blood के अंदर ये बहुत कम soluble होता, soluble नहीं होता. Due to less solubility of the helium in the blood, it is used for the respiration. Respiration के वास्ते C diverts use कर रहे हैं mixture of helium and oxygen. Next, this is the one important question in this. Okay, modern diving apparatus uses a mixture of He plus O2. What is the reason बोले तो ये आंसर लिखना आप. क्या लिखते हैं? Helium is less soluble in bed, therefore a mixture of helium and oxygen is used for the respiration purpose. So this is the one. Second important question in this is any xenon compound structure is going to ask beta. xenon compound में XeF2 का स्ट्रक्चर लेता हूँ या XeF4 का स्ट्रक्चर कौन सा भी. अगर ये चैप्टर SAQ में नहीं आया तो VSAQ पूछ सकता. ज्यादा मैक्सिमम SAQ में पूछ रहा है XeF2, XeF4 XeO4 और XeO3, ये ज्यादा नहीं पूछता, XeO4। अब इनके हाइब्रिडेशंस और इनके शेप्स नोट करना है आपको। XeF2 linear shape, XeF2 is the linear shape, okay, and what is the hybridization by sp3d is the hybridization। XeF2 में sp3d hybridization रहता, linear molecule है। सेकेंड वन XeF4, Xe ले लेना, and it is the square planar molecule like this, square planar molecule with the two lone pairs like this, two lone pairs, square planar molecule, and hybridization is sp3d2 hybridization। XeOF4, it is the square pyramid molecule, Xe and one lone pair, this is the square planar structure, square planar structure। so पहले स्क्वायर बना लो, उसके बाद डबल बॉन्ड O डाल लो। The hybridization is sp3d2 only, okay। this is about the XeOF4। XeF6 structure है, XeF6, okay। तो XeF6 पहले स्क्वायर बना लेना, ऐसा स्क्वायर बन गया ये, फिर देन उसको और एक एक फ्लोरीन ऊपर और एक एक फ्लोरीन नीचे डाल दो। देखिए ये है विथ वन लोन पेयर। The hybridization is sp3d3 hybridization। This is about the structure of XeF6 and XeOF4 भी हो गया। XeO3 sp3 hybridization। XeO3 is having V shape, pyramidal shape like this, okay। so आप एक लोन पे रह भैया, pyramidal shape है। This is about the structure of the XeO3। XeO4 का structure ऐसा है, XeO4, this is the structure of XeO4, this is the tetrahedral molecule। This in both this XeO3 and XeO4, hybridization of the xenon is the sp3 hybridization only। so these are the some important VSAQs in group 18 के VSAQs पढ़ाए हम। next after that, what are the important VSAQs are there in the next chapter, polymers। पॉलीमर्स में कौन से VSAQs ज़्यादा पूछ रहा? सो पॉलीमर्स में मोनोमर्स के नेम्स पूछता बेटा SAQs में, अगर वो नहीं आया तो देन व्हाट इज द PHPV, ये ज़्यादा पूछ रहा। PHPV, व्हाट इज द PHPV? P मीन्स व्हाट? पॉली बीटा हाइड्रोक्सी, पॉली बीटा हाइड्रोक्सी ब्यूटरेट टू बीटा hydroxy valerate। Valerate is the name of this compound PHBV, and it is example for the biodegradable polymer। it is used for making what? capsules। कैप्सूल के प्रिपरेशन में यूज कर रहे हैं, और आर्थोपेडिकल डिवाइसेस के प्रिपरेशन में यूज करते हैं। दिस इज अबाउट द PHBV। नाउ व्हाट इज द बेकेलाइट, व्हाट इज द नियोप्रीन, ऐसा ये मैं लास्ट क्लास में समझाया, मैं वो SAQs में है, आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में वो क्वेश्चन है, देखिए वो। तो दैट इज द अनदर वन VSAQ में। और नेक्स्ट लास्ट एग्जाम में व्हाट इज द जिगलर नटा कैटलिस्ट बोल के पूछा। जिगलर नटा कैटलिस्ट, व्हाट इज दिस? जिगलर नटा कैटलिस्ट इज यूज्ड एज अ कैटलिस्ट इन द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द पॉलीथिलीन। सो टाइटेनियम टेट्राक्लोराइड TiCl4 plus trialkyl aluminum AlCH3 taken thrice। Trialkyl aluminum, titanium tetrachloride, a mixture of this is called as the Ziegler-Natta catalyst, used in the preparation of the polyethylene। so this is about the Ziegler-Natta catalyst। next, what is the polydispersity index? PDI किसको बोलते हैं? what is the vulcanization of rubber? ये थोड़े क्वेश्चंस हैं। polydispersity index, ओके देखिए, weight average molecular weight on number average molecular weight, the ratio between these two is called as the polydispersity index। the ratio between the weight average molecular weight and number average molecular weight is called as the polydispersity index। after this, what is the vulcanization of rubber? raw rubber, that is the natural rubber, is heated with the what? sulfur, okay। due to that cross linkage between the polymeric chains increases, थियो linkages, sulfur linkages form होते हैं। due to that elastic nature, mechanical properties are improved। that is the process heating of the rubber with the sulfur above 380 kelvins is called as vulcanization of rubber. So these are the some important questions in this chapter. पॉलीमर से जो एग्जाम में आ रहे हैं ज्यादा ये पूछता, पीएचबी भी पूछता, या नहीं तो मोनोमर्स के नेम्स पूछता। और एक एक क्वेश्चन है वेरी सिंपल, व्हाट आर द सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर्स बोल के पूछता है, या नहीं तो सेमी सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर्स है, सेमी सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर्स। Okay, naturally occurring polymers, natural polymers are modified to get the polymers, those are called as modified natural polymers are called as semi synthetic polymers. Example, cellulose rayon, cellulose rayon, cellulose rayon, or cellulose nitrile, cellulose nitrile. These are the examples for the semi synthetic polymers. Synthetic polymers means which are synthesized for our use, those are called as the synthetic polymers. Example, polyethylene, bakelite, etc. Natural polymers which are occur naturally are called as natural polymers. Okay, what are additional polymers? The polymers are formed by means of the addition type of the mechanism are called additional polymers. Okay, additional polymers के examples बोले तो you have to write the polyethylene is the example. What is the condensational polymer? Polymer is formed due to the condensational process. Means two molecules are joined by removing the water or ammonia is called as condensation. Bakelite is example for the condensational polymer. Okay. So these are the some important questions in this chapter, polymers. After this, chemistry in everyday life से questions है भाई, chemistry in everyday life. Okay. Chemistry in daily life, chemistry in everyday life, everyday life. In this chapter, which are the questions? All our VSAQs are there. You have to remember these definitions. What are antacids? Antacids किसको बोलते हैं? Chemicals which are used, the drugs which are used to neutralize the excess of acid present in the stomach. पेट में एसिडिटी हो गई तो इनको न्यूट्रल करने के वास्ते जो दवाई इस्तेमाल करते उनको क्या बोलते हैं? एंटासिड्स बोलते हैं. व्हाट आर एंटासिड्स? केमिकल्स व्हिच आर यूज्ड टू, केमिकल्स और ड्रग्स व्हिच आर यूज्ड टू, व्हिच आर यूज्ड टू न्यूट्रलाइज excess acid present in the stomach are called as antacids. Example, omeprazole, lansoprazole, whatever it may be, sodium bicarbonate. These are the weak bases है भैया, weak bases को यूज करते हैं एसिडिटी को हटाने के वास्ते. स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिस को यूज नहीं करते. स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिस अगर यूज करें तो फिर ज्यादा एसिडिटी होती. ओके, बेसिस अगर स्ट्रॉन्ग रहे तो फिर एसिड रिलीज होती. तो वट एवर इट में भी ज्यादा डीप में जरूरत नहीं है. व्हाट आर द एंटासिड्स? द केमिकल्स व्हिच आर यूज्ड टू neutralize excess of acid present in the stomach are called as antacids. Next, antiseptics किसको बोलते हैं? Antiseptics, chemicals which are applied on the cuts and wounds, which prevents the growth of what? Prevents the growth of harmful microorganisms and kills them. These are called as what? Antiseptics. Example for that is tincture of iodine. This is the one. Second one, H2O2, hydrogen peroxide solution. These are the examples for the antiseptics. और एंटीसेप्टिक्स ये ज्यादा पूछना. और फूड प्रिजर्वेटिव पूछा था परसों. फूड प्रिजर्वेटिव्स, chemicals which are used to store the food are called as food preservatives. Generally, food gets spoiled because due to the action of microorganisms. Microorganisms oxidize the food. Due to that, spoilage of the food takes place. In order to prevent that spoilage of food, some chemicals are added to the food to preserve the food. Those are the chemicals are called as food preservatives. Common salt is the example. Sodium bisulfate is the example. Sodium benzoate is the example for the food preservatives. Now next, another definition, artificial sweetening agents. What are the artificial sweetening agents? Okay, which are used instead of sugars. Okay, sugar के बदले में जो मिठास के वास्ते लेते हैं वो chemicals को synthetic chemicals which are used instead of sugar for the sweetening purpose, which does not adds any calorific value to our body. तो वगैरह कुछ भी नहीं है, खाली सिंथेटिक केमिकल्स है वो, तो स्वीटनेस के वास्ते उनको इस्तेमाल करते हैं. दोज आर कॉल्ड एज आर्टिफिशियल स्वीटनिंग एजेंट्स. Example for that is saccharin is the example, aspartame is the example. Aspartame is 200 times sweeter than the sugar. Elitame, aspartame, cool drinks के अंदर ये रहते बेटा ये. तो वट एवर इट मे बी, शुगर की जगह, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स की जगह केमिकल्स यूज कर रहे हैं स्वीट के वास्ते, मिठास के वास्ते, तो दोज आर कॉल्ड एज द आर्टिफिशियल स्वीटनिंग एजेंट्स. ओके, ये थोड़े इंपॉर्टेंट डेफिनेशंस है और इनके साथ में और एक डेफिनेशन है एंटीबायोटिक्स है. एंटीबायोटिक्स बायोकेमिकल एक्सट्रैक्ट्स, दीज आर एक्सट्रैक्टेड फ्रॉम द माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स ओनली, केमिकल एक्सट्रैक्ट फ्रॉम द माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स which prevent the growth of harmful microorganisms and kills them. Those are called as antibiotics. Penicillin, tetracycline, these are the examples. What are the tranquilizers? Tranquilizers are the chemicals which are used for the maintenance of the psychosis and neurosis, okay, that produce calmness in the patients. That type of the chemicals which are used for the maintenance of the maintenance of the disease, psychosis and neurosis are called as what? Are called as tranquilizers. Okay, examples: luminol, barbiturate acid, these are the examples for the tranquilizers. Next, soap is the cleaning agent hai. Detergent is also cleaning agent hai. Soap is acts as the cleaning agent in the soft water, and detergent is used as the cleaning agent in both soft and hard water. Then after this, another simple definition: what are disinfectants? Which are the cleaning agents which are used for the cleaning of the floors and washrooms, etc. in the hospitals for the cleaning purpose, which prevents the growth of pathogenic microorganisms and kills them. Dettol is the example for that. Okay, that is the another one. Phenol is the example. These are acts as a cleaning agent which are used for cleaning purpose, which prevents the growth of harmful microorganisms and kills them. तो ये चैप्टर से VSAQ ज्यादा आते भाई, ये चैप्टर से केमिस्ट्री एंड एवरीडे लाइफ से 2 VSAQ आ सकते, तो यही डेफिनेशन से रहते बेटा. डेफिनेशन अच्छा एक बार रिवाइज कर लीजिए, पढ़ लीजिए. नेक्स्ट वन बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स है. पॉलीमर्स के VSAQs बोला मैं, एवरीडे लाइफ के VSAQs बोला, और बायोमॉलिक्यूल से एक SAQ आ सकता. बायोमॉलिक्यूल से 2 इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस है, वो ज्यादा पूछ रहा हूँ, 2 या 3 क्वेश्चंस ले रहा हूँ मैं यहाँ पे. फर्स्ट वन बाय विटामिन्स. व्हाट आर विटामिन्स? राइट अबाउट द फैट सॉल्युबल विटामिन्स बोलकर पूछ रहा हूँ. और नेक्स्ट वन व्हाट आर हार्मोन्स? व्हाट आर हार्मोन्स? राइट अबाउट द स्टीरॉयड हार्मोन्स, अमाइनो एसिड हार्मोन्स, पेप्टाइड हार्मोन्स, इनके एग्जांपल्स लिखो बोल रहा है. सो दिस इज द सेकंड क्वेश्चन. विटामिन्स है, हार्मोन्स है, एंड थर्ड क्वेश्चन इन दिस बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स में जो ज्यादा पूछ रहा हूँ, व्हाट आर एसेंशियल नॉन एसेंशियल. VSAQ में भी पूछ सकता है. एसेंशियल एंड नॉन एसेंशियल अमाइनो एसिड्स हैं. व्हाट इज विटर आयन? व्हाट इज द डीनेचुरेशन ऑफ प्रोटीन्स. ओके, तो ये 3 इंपॉर्टेंट SAQs में से एक आ सकता आपको. अगर SAQ से आया चैप्टर तो VSAQ से नहीं रहेंगे. ओके, तो vitamins, what are the vitamins? Essential food factors which are required in less quantities for the maintenance and growth of our body are called as vitamins. Vitamins which are soluble in the water are called water soluble vitamins. Which are soluble in the fats are called as fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins ज़्यादा पूछ रहा, which are soluble in the fat: vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E, and vitamin K. These are soluble in the fats. Vitamin A इसको रेटिनॉल बोलते हैं, जीरोफ्थाल्मिया इसकी डेफिशिएंसी से रेडनेस ऑफ आइस और नाइट ब्लाइंडनेस जीरोफ्थाल्मिया बोलने वाली डिसीज आती। विटामिन डी सनशाइन विटामिन बोलते हैं, कैल्सिफेरॉल बोल के भी बुला रहे हैं। विटामिन डी की डेफिशिएंसी से deficiency of vitamin D leads to the rickets in the children and osteomalacia in adults. These are the bone diseases. Next, vitamin E, it is called as tocopherol. So, deficiency of vitamin E leads to the improper muscle contraction and sterility. This is the disease caused due to the deficiency of vitamin E. Vitamin K anti-hemorrhagic vitamin hai. It is useful for clotting. Due to the deficiency of the vitamin K leads to the disease that is delay in the wound healing time. कहीं बीमार लग गया तो वो जल्दी कम नहीं होता, कंटिन्यूअस ब्लीडिंग थोड़ी देर तक होते जाते रहती। तो विटामिन के की डेफिशिएंसी से तो ब्लीडिंग क्लॉटिंग टाइम जो रहता है, यानी ब्लीडिंग टाइम इंक्रीज होते जाती। ओके, क्लॉटिंग टाइम मतलब जल्दी क्लॉट नहीं होता। ओके, डिले इन ब्लड क्लॉटिंग। दिस इज अबाउट द deficiency of vitamin K. Now then, what are hormones? Hormones are the chemicals secreted from the ductless glands into the bloodstream. They activate the that means these are the activators. Okay, they reaches to their targets, release from the ductless glands, reaches to their targets and useful for the growth of those organs. Those chemicals are acts as the activators. Those are called as hormones. Hormones based on the structure classified into three types. Steroidal structure वाले steroid hormones है, steroid structure नहीं रहे तो उनको नॉन स्टीरॉयड हार्मोन्स बोलते हैं। उसमें अमाइनो एसिड हार्मोन, पेप्टाइड हार्मोन्स आते हैं। स्टीरॉयड हार्मोन्स में एड्रिनल हार्मोन, ईस्ट्रोजन, प्रोजेस्टेरॉन। ओके, मेल एंड फीमेल सेक्स हार्मोन्स आर एग्जांपल फॉर द स्टीरॉयड हार्मोन। अमाइनो एसिड हार्मोन को एग्जांपल है थायरॉक्सिन इज द एग्जांपल, थायरॉक्सिन इज एग्जांपल। Insulin is example for the peptide hormones. Okay, so what is the function of insulin? Controls the carbohydrate metabolism. Thyroxine controls the metabolic activity. So next, for the protein synthesis, amino acids are useful. Among them, 10 are synthesized in our body. 20 amino acids, alpha amino, 20 type of the alpha amino acids are participated in the protein synthesis. Among them 10 are synthesized in our body. Those are called as non-essential amino acids. 10 are not synthesized in our body. Those are called as the essential amino acids. Now what is the zwitter ion? Zwitter ion is nothing but the, see that I am writing the amine group at here. Now then at here CHR CO hai. This is the one amino acid. When it is placed in the water, see that this hydrogen is changes its place. Instead of writing NH2, I am writing NH3 plus. Then CHR at here COO minus. Dipolar ion is formed when amino acids are placed in water. This is the dipolar ion of the amino acid is called as what? Zwitter ion. Next, denaturation of protein. When amino acids are heated or when those are treated with the acids or bases, the structure of the amino acid get disturbed. Three-dimensional structure of the amino acids are collapsed. This is called as denaturation of the protein. Proteins को boil करें या नहीं तो acid bases मिला दिए या detergent मिला दिए तो structure of the bonds present in the protein are get disturbed. That is called as the denaturation of protein. Example, boiled egg is the example. Formation of the curd from the milk, that is the curdling of the milk is the example for the denaturation of proteins. So these are the important questions in the biomolecules. In the organic chemistry में what is the ambident nucleophile? Ambident nucleophile कौन सा होता ये पूछता हूँ। तो CN है, so that is having both nucleophilic centers. Nucleophiles which are having both nucleophilic centers, यहाँ देखिए RCN लिखा, मैं नेक्स्ट RNC लिख रहा हूँ. So this cyanide group may attaches with the alkyl group with the C or also with the N. This ये जो है ना दोनों साइड्स है, दोनों डोनेटिंग साइड्स है इसमें. Such type of the nucleophiles are called as the ambident nucleophile. Next, what is the stereochemical result of the SN1 and SN2 reaction? SN1 reaction, racemization of the configuration takes place. In this, inversion of the configuration takes place. So this is the another important question in this. Now then फिर उसके बाद में alcohols, aldehydes, इसमें जो है ना ज्यादा कौन से क्वेश्चंस इंपॉर्टेंट है, यानी कि नेम रिएक्शंस इंपॉर्टेंट है. नेम रिएक्शंस एक बार देख लो आप. फिर उसके बाद में एसिडिक स्ट्रेंथ और बेसिक स्ट्रेंथ इंक्रीजिंग और डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में. एसिडिक स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द एसिड, दैट इज द कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड एंड फिनॉल. इसके क्वेश्चन से नेक्स्ट लास्ट क्लास में ऑर्गेनिक की क्लास देखिए मेरी, उसमें समझाया था मैं बेसिक स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द अमाइनो एसिड्स, दैट इज RNH2. अमाइनो एसिड्स की बेसिक स्ट्रेंथ के बारे में लिखो बोल के पूछता था. Arrange them in the increasing order of their basic strength बोल के various amines देता. So these are the some important things in this organic chemistry. Organic chemistry से name reactions देख लो आप, PSAQ में आ सकते. Ambident nucleophile क्या है, SN1 SN2 reactions क्या है, acidic strength of the 3-4 कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड्स देता, उनको इंक्रीजिंग या डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में जमाओ बोलता. तो यहाँ पे देखिए प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी टर्शरी अमाइंस देता और इनकी बेसिक स्ट्रेंथ इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में जमाओ बोल रहा. सो दीज आर द सम इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस in the organic chemistry. Okay, so this is about the complete revision.